Okay, we are recording, folks. All right, this is our uh, next to last rehearsal for the upcoming roundtable on November 22nd. Now, am I right, Rick? As it stands now, uh, we've got Rodney Huckleberry lined up.
Correct. Yeah, I went through, two or three different peoples and possibilities, and ended up, being Veterans Days this month, and I didn't realize Rodney was the National Veterans Coordinator, but so I said something to Brenda about, getting somebody and with the veterans, and so that's what we come up with. So Rodney said he'd be here.
Okay, and our new Veterans Coalition guy, Ryan White.
Right.
He's gonna. Have you talked to him, George, or does he know about this?
I had sent him an
Uh,
email.
I'm sorry, Rick. Rick,
I
you've
had
talked.
I had sent him an email, but I never heard back from him. So
All right.
all right, no, I'll confirm it with him.
Okay.
So you want him in next week's?
Well, okay. Hold off here now. Okay. How do I want to say this?
That beats me.
Yeah. You don't know, huh?
Don't know what to expect at all.
well,
Okay.
I had invited Ryan. I sent him an email and told him about this. After our last monthly call, and then I hadn't heard back from him. So when I didn't get any response, that's when I moved up to get Rodney. So
Okay. All right. Here's what I want. I want to throw out to you. Uh, Rick and I have been discussing this, exchanging some Slack messages. Um, we have three new challenge coin candidates that have been approved.
Ah,
Okay, I have not notified these individuals, so I'm not going to tell you who they are. Uh, and I threw it. I first of all I threw it out to Rick. I said, do we want to make maybe the November roundtable or the December roundtable? Do we want to make segment one dedicated to presenting the challenge coins to these three individuals? So the more I thought about it, I got up at 3 o'clock this morning. I couldn't sleep.
oh geez,
And I thought about it and some other things going on. Uh, uh, and I thought, I think what I want to do, and I'm throwing this out to y'all. What I think I want to do is I want to stick with our plan for Rodney for the November roundtable, and we'll come up with some other thing for the December roundtable. And I think what I want to do is I want to devote the December state call to presenting the challenge coins. The December state call.
Hmm.
Two reasons, two main reasons. I would like Rick, if you all agree with me on this, I would like Rick to see if at all possible could Mark Meckler be on that call to help present the coins. I know he likes to do challenge coins. If he can't be there live, could we get a recording from him?
Yep, I can work on that.
And the second reason is I think the audience that we would have for the state call being COS leadership people would be an audience that would be more receptive and understanding of the challenge coin award, as opposed to trying to do it on a roundtable where we've got people that we're trying to reach people that don't know about COS, and that I don't think they would appreciate the had the appreciation of the Challenge Coin Award as our audience being COS leadership people. And I just thought, I'll just make it the December state call. We'll devote whatever time we need to present those coins. Be the end of the year, wrap things up. Happy, Merry Christmas, everyone, and we go on our way. What do you think?
Well, are you planning on spending like 15 minutes on each one?
I don't know. I haven't figured it out, but of course, I've been trying to find ways to cut down the length of our state call. But I think in this case, this is very unusual, and I don't want to shortchange these three individuals as far as the time necessary to present this. As a matter of fact, I've even thought about moving some things up that I was planning to do on the December call. I'm thinking of moving those up to November so that we don't have a whole lot of other items on the agenda. So, I don't know if that answers the question. What do y'all think? Do you think that sound like a plan?
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
Dale,
November call is the 22nd.
The November roundtable is the 22nd. The state call is the 17th. That's next week.
Yeah.
The December roundtable is the 27th,
7th.
and the state call is the 15th.
Why is the state call for November on the 17th?
To avoid Thanksgiving.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Thanksgiving's on the 25th. Okay.
We always
Yeah.
we always run into this in November, December every year. Well,
Yeah.
I think that's a good idea, Dale. I think we could just break up that December call and not have it be a routine call. Because one of the things I'm thinking about is that in December anyway, like on the reports for the regions, we're looking back at November. We could just put that off till January when we're looking back at December and we've got year-end totals for everything. Got to do a year-end wrap-up then and skip the November thing. You could drop that out of the agenda.
Okay. All right.
So your December state call is the 15th at
Right.
7 p.m. Okay.
8 p.m.
8 p.m.
Yeah.
For
Of
state
course,
Oh,
of
right,
course it's
state call,
confusing.
right, yeah.
Of course it's got to be confusing, Rick. Here. I mean, we got
Yeah.
to screw it up some way or another.
Yeah.
You know?
I just don't want Mark showing up at 7 and we don't show up till 8.
Quite honestly, Rick, I would just assume we shoot for a recording and we don't have to go through that. Is he going to make it or not? What are we going
Right.
to do?
Sure.
I'd just soon get a friggin' recording done and making a nice recording if he would. He can do the recording himself, or we'd be happy to interview him. But he knows how to do this stuff.
I'll see if I can set up a Zoom meeting that we can record with him and then do it
If he would like to, or once again, it would probably be even easier on his schedule if it could just be something he could record himself.
Yeah.
And send us the file, and we'll give him the names and the bios, and
Okay.
so I'm liking that idea better and better, quite honestly.
Yeah, that was going to be my next question about names and bios. So
Yeah.
I'll tell him that we'll provide that then.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, when we presented John's coin at the strategy meeting, what number were you, John? 212? Do you remember 212 or something like that?
13, I thought.
220, 221 or 212?
212, I think.
212?
That's what George is saying.
Supposedly, we're only going to be 300 of these coins issued. And I thought, man, I better get busy. We got at least 3 more and probably some others coming up very fast on this. But
Yeah,
I at
Gary
least
and
wanted
Gary
to
and
get
Gary and I were 165 and 166, so they've jumped another 50,
Right.
60 since then.
So and I want to and we need to thank Brenda for getting those through. She helped me push those through and get them done. So yeah, so she helped us a great deal in that respect. So
So Dale, we're doing the both November and December state calls a week earlier than customary.
right.
Okay.
And I announced that on the October state call, and we'll cover it again on the November call as far as the earlier date in December.
Okay.
But yes, that's true. So, November roundtable that we're talking about tonight, we're going to do the veterans thing. And I don't know any ideas for December at this point in time, Rick?
We talked about just doing some recording of like a greatest hits from the previous one, so we don't have to.
Oh, we did talk about that, didn't we?
Yeah, that way everybody with the holidays is not trying to create another roundtable in the middle of the holidays. So
we could do that. Now that's going to force me to learn that feature. So that's good.
I thought you were just going to assign that to Ken.
Well, he keeps.
He knows what that would look like. It would be him in early days, just like he did at this, like he ended up at the strategy meeting.
Yeah, it'd be bloopers. It'd be the blooper tape.
I'll take it. I'll take that on. I'll do that.
Sorry, I brought it up.
So I want to run something by you guys, looking for probably early next year, but I don't know if you've heard about this program. It's a new news program. It's called Real America's Voice. And they interviewed a guy the other day. He's a representative in Washington State. His name is Lauren Culp. And this guy was phenomenal. He is the biggest cheerleading representative I've ever heard relative to the Constitution. And my thought was that I don't know if we would reach out like this to another state rep, but he could give our grassroots base a lot of food for thought and how to think about where we are and where our legislators are and where we'd like to see them go relative to the Constitution.
Marty, just send me his name and a contact. I'll see if we can get him on.
Yeah, all I
had
had
for the roundtable.
Yeah, all I had was his name, and he's a Republican representative from Washington, District 4. His name is Loren, LORENCULP. So we'd have to get on the Washington website and look him up and try to.
Do you know if
his email?
Is he a COS supporter?
Well, he's got to be with respect to the way he was talking about the Constitution. I mean, he was all over. It was like listening to a recording of Mark Meckler.
Was it?
Yeah.
That'd be great if he's a COS supporter. That would.
Yeah, I mean that'd be a question we could certainly ask, but
maybe he could become one on our program.
Yeah, exactly. But I mean, this guy was just all over the Constitution and all over the violations of the Justice Department and everything else. I mean, it was quite an interview. It went on for about 20 minutes. So they interviewed him, and he was just huge on the Constitution. So I couldn't see him being against Article 5, the way he was talking.
Right.
Can you grab that recording of that interview, and maybe we could put together a couple little cuts from that we would preview to highlight to invite people to come to that state call or
Yeah, I
educational
don't have
call?
any idea off the top of my head how to do that, but I'm certainly willing to, look into it.
I mean, if you can find the recording, maybe Ken could create a couple of little cuts out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you can give me a link
I'm
to
good
that.
at figuring out things other people can do. Notice that?
Gary's
I'm
got
going
his
to get back at
delegation
you
hat
later
on.
on after this, Gary.
It's called delegating
Uh-oh.
your authority, Gary. It's called delegating your authority. And Marty, what was the name of that? Those people again? American what?
The program is called Real America's Voice. It's a totally conservative streamed news program. It goes on 24/7, and every hour there's a different conservative commentator, in a different program, and they're really sticking to the facts of I miss the best news program I've want to run across. Beats Fox News hands down.
I've been watching
Okay,
that
I think,
Rittenhour trial, and that the guy who videotaped all that.
Yeah,
worked
he's been
for-
on. Yeah, he works for them, and he's been on the
Right.
program after his testimony.
Oh,
and
really?
stuff.
Oh, that guy? That guy?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but if you have streaming TV or internet TV, just search for Real America's Voice,
Okay.
and it's on. I've got 2 or 3 different versions of TV, smart TVs, and it's come up. I found it on all of them. So
Okay. All right.
So I just thought I'd throw that out because the guy was just a cheerleader for the Constitution I've ever heard.
Okay. Okay. Well, there's a possible idea for December. We gotta keep coming up with other ideas, but let's focus on November. So we're gonna have Rodney Huckleberry. He's gonna be the main guy, right, for segment 1.
Correct.
I was just thinking tonight, how many of you here? How many of you are a veteran? I am, George. Just George and I? Okay. Well, and then Ryan, if he's going to be on too. How do you think we should handle this? Should do we what's segment 1 going to be like? Are we going to let Rodney talk for a while and then go to Q&A? Do we want to interview Rodney and go with Q&A as we get viewer questions? How do you think we should do this?
I would just kind of handle it, the way we've handled the others a little bit. Just let them have the opportunity to speak and have a few questions prepared in case they run out of things to say before the time's up. And just, have a few questions prepared that John or you or whoever can throw at them.
Okay.
Let them have that 15 minutes. I mean, I'm sure Rodney can fill it, but have a few questions that we might want to particularly ask. What does
Okay.
COS do for veterans and things like that?
Did you see how the call went last
strong
night?
intro.
With, how Jonathan's call went last night? They had all vets on the call last night.
Oh, no, I didn't see it.
I didn't see that. We could look at the recording and see how that went.
Yeah, he they all told their story and what the Constitution meant to them and things, and probably get some good ideas reviewing that video.
Mhm.
Okay.
And then Rita, or not Rita, forget her name now. Short hair, gray hair. She had Bud something. He's a vet. I guess he's a major COS person
Crowell.
too. Yeah,
Bud Cromwell.
yeah. He was on with her last night after Jonathan's program.
He was part of a Toastmasters group.
Is that
Bud
Louisiana?
Cromwell. He was always the sergeant at arms.
Yeah, I think he's in Arkansas or something. He said.
Arkansas.
Yeah.
Okay. Then who should lead this this interview or this segment with Rodney?
Since George is a veteran, maybe George could do it. And you're going to have your hands full with running the show. Just George, if you'd like to.
My only concern with George is his internet connection. Now
it's doing better than he is right now.
It's good.
That ain't saying
maybe it'd be good to have John do it and include George with it to maybe ask Rodney a couple questions or tell a little bit of his story too. But John's our host, and so he's probably the guy that should be the primary on that. And he's the experienced guy at setting these up and stuff. So
What do you think, John?
I can handle that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
let's go into Rodney's military history a little bit. How long he served and what branch and when, and he's probably a Vietnam vet, probably, I would guess.
What veterans can do for COS and
Yeah,
that sort of thing.
yeah,
well, he's the head of the he's the national head of the Veterans Coalition too. So get him talking about that. And I think that's kind of a very slushy group right now, and needs some coagulation to bring it all together. It's kind of my feeling. I think Rodney would be good at doing that. We'll give him a chance to talk about doing that.
John, do you think you could come up with 5 or 6?
Yeah, I'm writing all this down. Yep.
Canned questions, like we normally do, and
Prepared questions.
Prepared questions, in case we would need them. Yes.
yeah.
Spam
They got a
comes
special
in
department in
cans.
Walmart for that.
Yeah, the call last night was kind of like that, and it was really good. Each guy, had some story about his own story and stuff, and that was well done, I thought.
Well, certainly have Rodney tell his COS story and his veteran story. I think he was in the Air Force, wasn't he?
Yeah, I think that rings a bell.
So he must, I
Uh,
know he was Air Force.
That jet engine blows. Join the Navy and ride the waves. Join the Air Force and ejaculate out of the cockpit.
and do what? And do what out of the cockpit?
George, don't mention that on the call. Okay?
Don't say that on the call.
You got an extra syllable or two in there.
Don't ejaculate.
So, Rick, have your finger on the mute button.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, one of us, we should reach out to Ryan White too and invite him. So if we can.
Yeah. Yeah, he's a good guy. In fact, before I was finished onboarding him, he was already on one of Rodney's calls that he was doing. I texted Rodney saying, "Hey, I got a new guy for you." And he says, "I already got him on the call." Oh, fine. Okay, cool.
Now,
So,
I remember when we introduced Ryan on the last, I guess it was a state call. He said he had some ideas about that he wanted to implement or that he wanted to investigate. Do you know what he's talking about, George? Maybe we ought to find out what he's got in mind, and maybe he could participate in this interview along with John.
Yeah, I'll see if I can get a hold of him.
I'll call him and touch base with him and stuff. So just kind of.
I guess it would
Pick his
make
brain a
sense,
little
to have our Veterans Coalition coordinator involved. Of course,
Yep.
that's also George. So,
Well, that was my original idea, but I couldn't get a hold of him, so that's when I went to Rodney. So
okay.
if we can get both of them in the same segment one, that'd be great.
All right. So we got some pieces that we're going to work on here and hopefully mingle it all together at our dress rehearsal. Okay.
All right.
All right. segment 2 is the education thing, and I'm going to be focusing. This time, I'm going to focus on our YouTube channel, and I'm going to announce that we are changing the name of our YouTube channel from, and this is as a result of direction from National to change the name of it. We're going to go from COS Indiana. We're going to go to Patriots for COS Indiana. Will be the name of our new name of our YouTube channel. Patriots for COS Indiana. So we'll announce that. And that'll be my featured. I'm putting together a video or two and some slides on what we offer on our YouTube channel. I don't anticipate this segment being quite as long as our segment was. The segment was in our last roundtable, but we'll try and keep it right around the same amount.
Is that name change Pacify National?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. I'll confirm that, but I was told make it like Friends of COS Indiana or something like that. So I'm sure I've already told Brenda what it's going to be, and she hasn't yelled at me yet. So,
Hey Dale, I hate to throw in something at this late moment, but what about making it Patriots of Indiana for COS? Or is that a bad idea? I mean, I don't know.
It's just kind of long.
Well,
I don't know. That's the same number of words, isn't it?
Except for
he said
it's got of in there twice.
It's only an of longer.
Yeah.
I like the way that sounds, Gary. I think that sounds pretty smooth.
Patriots of Indiana for COS.
Yeah.
Patriots for COS of Indiana.
So it's Patriots of Indiana for COS.
For COS.
Instead of
Indiana Patriots.
Yeah.
Indiana Patriots for COS.
Are we saying the same thing? Patriots for COS Indiana?
Yeah, but we're saying Patriots of Indiana for COS because we're really for COS, not just COS Indiana. I mean, I don't know. Anyway,
what Gary suggested, it takes the Indiana COS and breaks it up a little bit, which could mean a little bit more to them.
You're saying Patriots of Indiana for COS.
Yeah.
Instead of the COS Indiana being tied together.
Well, then couldn't you just say Indiana Patriots instead of Patriots of Indiana?
That's
Indiana
I like
Patriots.
I like that. Indiana Patriots for COS.
That might even be better. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
Takes out the of. We're Indiana Patriots.
And it still
Smoothie.
disconnects the COS and Indiana a little bit, which is, I think, what they were complaining about.
Yeah, they want us to come across as our own entity, right?
Right. Indiana Patriots for COS. I kind of like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good work, George.
Hey, brainstorming. Works every time.
That's what we
It
pay them
does.
for.
It narrows it down to Indiana
You
Patriots.
get what you pay for, too.
We will
right.
let other people listen, but you're listening to Indiana Patriots who are for COS.
Right.
Everybody like that? Everybody like that?
I do.
Yeah.
Oh, Ken likes that, so that means we got to do it. Okay. All
Well,
right.
George paid me the $20. I got to say it,
Yeah, I understand. Okay. Okay. All right. Then we got, of course, segment 3. And John, I'm coming back to you again. I think didn't you make note of some questions that were that we didn't get to on the last one?
Yes, I did.
So
I'll go through that tomorrow morning and send out, 5 prepared questions
all right.
for the
All right.
5 of you.
Okay. All right. And then the closing, guess we'll do basically the same thing we've done.
Yep.
That I'm about ready to sneeze. That Meckler video, I think, is probably still a good video, unless Rick, have you come across another one or something?
Well, I sent one to the Slack thing. It was a veteran testifying in court or before the Senate, not the court, but before the Senate or whatever about the COS. It was pretty emotional.
Yeah, I like that. I watched it. I liked it.
Yeah, I thought it was appropriate for veterans.
Yeah.
The theme of veterans. I can send it to you again, Dale, if you need me to.
Yeah. What channel did you put that on?
I think it was the Roundtable.
Was it
that
the
or
Roundtable?
Leaders?
Oh, I think I did see that now that you mention it. I didn't look at it.
I think it was either in the Roundtables or in the
It's
Leaders.
on the Roundtable. It's on the Roundtable.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I thought it fit really nice with the theme of the show. So, and it was a good video on its own also.
Yeah, it's on the Roundtable November 6th.
That makes sense. That makes sense. Okay. All right. Well, anybody got anything else with regard to the Roundtable meeting?
I'll get you a script put together and get it out to you here in the next day or so.
Okay. Okay. Now this, I will have to issue a new link. And if we don't record the dress rehearsal, which I don't, we're almost to the broadcast. I don't think it's worth recording it. If we don't record it, then we'll go ahead and stay with that same link for the actual broadcast on Roundtable broadcast on Monday.
Okay.
But I am going to have to issue a new link here. So just so you know, StreamYard's coming out with some new features, and I've just got to absorb them here and learn what they're about. But I know one of the features is going to, if I understand it correctly, is going to enable us to accommodate a co-host where we didn't have that ability before. So if that's true, if that is what it is, and I can get it with my with the plan that I have, that would certainly help down the line, getting someone else involved in co-hosting not only the roundtables but the normal Monday night broadcast.
Hey Dale, what does this do compared to Zoom? Have you compared the two?
Well, I haven't sat down and compared the two, but this is a live streaming software, and it while it's kind of similar in a lot of ways, there's just some features to this that you don't have with Zoom, and I couldn't list them right offhand, but it gives me the flexibility to move people in and out. It gives me the flexibility to bring in videos in and out a lot easier, PowerPoint's a lot easier, and this is just geared more toward an actual live stream versus a meeting type.
Yeah. Let you live stream to other platforms and stuff too, right?
Right.
I don't think Zoom will do that.
Right. We can we can live
simultaneously.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Paul suggested that I get a Zoom account set up. I went out there the other day to take a look at that, and he said he has the unlimited, because the basic one that's free is like 40 minutes. You can't go in longer than 40 minutes and things. And I went and looked at the one that he suggested, and they don't seem to have it anymore. It was like he said he was paying $199 for a year for unlimited. And it looks like they've gone to some kind of a monthly plan now, and then the second version is like a corporate plan.
Yeah.
So
it's a way of raising the prices, basically.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm familiar with the corporate accounts where anybody can use it, type of thing within the corporation. But I'm wondering if there might be some way for us to do something cheaper as a group.
Well, there's another program that a free program, Jitsi, and I think Gary, you've used that, haven't you?
Yep, a lot.
And George, that was one that Jerry Rowe introduced to us.
I have access to a software which I can create a group out of that's free and unlimited.
The only thing is how long will they be free, and how dependable are they? I guess is the. But was this something? Were you wanting, Marty, just for one-on-one meetings with people, or what?
Paul, I guess, had it set up. When he would hold meetings with us on the during the legislative session, he was holding separate LL calls, and then I'm thinking ahead too. Is if we get these LLs in every region, I want to meet with those guys on a regular basis and get them prepared and for the state calls and reporting and other things, and so it's something that I know I would use it. It's just a question of what's the most economical way to go about it.
I guess free conference call is still out there, isn't it?
Yep.
And I think
And
it's
Skype.
Is it still free?
I haven't used it for a while,
Pretty
but
sure
I
it
think
is,
so.
but yeah.
If you guys have any links to any of that, just if you put them on Slack or send it to me, I'd appreciate it, and I'll look at them and see if I can get something set up.
Marty, the thing about Zoom that a lot of people don't realize, the free Zoom that has a 40-minute limit.
Right.
As soon as it kicks you off, you can all go right back in and get a new 40 minutes.
Right. Yeah, I'm aware of that.
And I've done that. I mean, that, you get interrupted for a minute and then you just keep going.
Right. That's a good point.
I'll get you some information. What I got too, Marty. Mine's. I'm pretty sure it'll be. I have to set it up as a group or subgroup to what I'm doing, but it's free and it's unlimited. I mean, you can have as many people as you want on the call, up to 1,000 people. So.
And it's been reliable.
Yeah.
Do you use Apple or?
I've been using that in my business for talking with clients and things, but it can I haven't looked at the rollout of it, but yeah, I can. It's something I can use. It's geared more towards the marketing side of things, so it comes with some different features, but you can use it basically for meetings.
What's that one called, Ken?
Prime. It's actually called Prime Profit, but I'll get some information to you.
Okay.
I like Jitsi because anybody can share a screen that's on the call. You don't have to be a host or assigned the ability. Anybody can share a screen. So it's really nice in an instructional kind of environment. Plus, it's encrypted from end to end.
How do you spell that?
To create a meeting, go to meet.jit.si. That'll create a meeting, but they got other stuff on that at that location that'll explain it to you. So.
Jitsi.
Then. Yeah, Jerry called it Jitsi, so it's just kind of stuck.
Yeah, Jitsi is. If you just Google Jitsi, it'll come up. And the thing is that it creates a unique, like website for each meeting, but you can reuse the old ones over and over if you want. And
Yeah.
like George said, I mean, it's not limited in terms of time, number of people. If you're teaching somebody, you could share a screen, and if they're having a problem, they can share their screen back to you. And so it's got a lot of flexibility.
All right, good.
Meet meet.jit.si.
Okay, got it.
Yeah, I think
Which is in the training guide too now, by the way. I replaced the FCC training with the JITC training. And you can't do anything about it either.
he's cracking up. He's cracking up. He's
Cold
sick.
medicine, yay! Woo!
The meds are kicking in.
He's sick. He's sick.
That's nothing new.
He's getting ready to play Scrooge in the Christmas Carol.
He's already in costume, huh? So Marty and Ken, how did your coffee meeting go? Was that yesterday?
Yeah, it went good.
Yesterday. Went real well.
Good. All right. Okay. Well, I'm going to end the recording here and end the meeting. I want Rick and Marty and Gary to hang on. The rest of you can go and have a good evening. See ya.
Yep. Bye.
Merry Christmas.